Yo, what is good, fellas? Hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. Today we got more Budget Beast using the official launch ratings. Now, these aren't the Ultimate Team ratings, so I know these aren't all going to be set in stone answers, but we are about 9 days away from actually having Madden 25 Ultimate Team in our hands, so I figured, you know what, now is a perfect time to use the official launch ratings because, you know, they were finished up yesterday and really lock in and see what players I think personally could be potential Budget Beast. If you guys are new here, we post videos just like this one literally every single day, so if you guys like me, you like this video, odds are you're in the right place. Now, this morning I posted the offensive version of this video, so if you guys haven't checked that one out, go, feel free, check it out, come back to this one. Now, on defense, it's a little bit different. Things that I'm looking for on defense, obviously speed. It's a speed game, size, the bigger the player. Odds are, the better they're going to be. I prefer to have a 6'5" middle linebacker compared to a 5'10" one, but that's just me personally. Now, we got all out of the way. Let's slide over to the actual, specific ratings so we can talk about my Budget Beast. Let's start with middle linebackers first. All right, so starting us off strong, I have Isaiah Simmons of the New York Giants. Now, Isaiah Simmons, he plays safety, he plays middle linebacker. In this game, right now, day one off the official head-to-head ratings, he is a middle linebacker. So, sliding him in at the middle linebacker spot, this guy's going to be an absolute monster. 6'4", 238 pounds, 92 speed, 92 excel. It's freaking Isaiah Simmons. We all know what he brings to the field. His cards are always so good. And the fact that he's a 76 overall, I really think he has the potential to be an absolute budget god first 3 weeks of this game. Definitely a player to write down and come back to as soon as Madden 25 goes live. Now, another middle linebacker option, I got Trenton Simpson going into his second year in the league. He's 6'2", but he's got 91 speed, 95 excel, 77 strength, 81 agility, 79 change of direction is decent. Now, he has 94 jumping, and I don't know how middle linebackers are going to play. Obviously, this year you needed a lurk artist for them to actually, be usable, but the fact that he's got 94 jumping, 79 change of direction, 91 speed, I think there's a real possibility that Trenton Simpson in general is going to be really good in Madden. The Ravens defense obviously it's going to be really freaking good, but in MUT, he's a 74 overall right now. Now, obviously not the starter, so I don't think he's going to get an elite card whatsoever, but I do think he could get a lower gold, maybe like a mid-tier gold, like 75, 76 overall, and that card is going to be really freaking good just basing it off of these stats and how EA genuinely feels about this guy. Hey, yo, what? Last middle linebacker I wanted to talk about quickly as a potential budget option is Blake Cashman for the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I could see Blake Cashman being in an 80 or an 81, but if he's a high gold, I think he's going to be really good. He's got 89 speed, 90 excel. He's like a top 10 when it comes to speed at the middle linebacker position. Yes, this is for head-to-head ratings, and yes, they're not always one-for-one exact, so that's why I kind of think Blake Cashman could be a little bit of a lower overall, but I don't think they're going to take away from his speed. He should be a solid budget option day one. So moving on over to the outside linebackers, I combined right and left. Sorry, not sorry. Odds are you're going to be able to play them both sides, and it really won't make much of a difference. Now, Byron Young, specifically as a budget beast, he's a 76 overall, second year, so obviously not going to be an 81, 82, 83, but I do think he should be a higher gold than a 76. He's got 92 speed, 93 excel. This card is going to be a speed freaking demon, but like I said for the middle linebackers, I don't know how they're going to necessarily animate. Now, his pass rushing moves, pretty solid, like 77 power, 82 tackle, 71 block shed. So he has the potential to be a very good edge rusher. Obviously, the coverage is down here, 53 and 46. And while, I've been saying throughout the entire video, it's not going to be one-for-one copy and paste from MUT to regs. It is going to be fairly similar. So expect Byron Young to be a great edge rushing outside linebacker. Next outside linebacker, we have Chop Robinson, the Miami Dolphins rookie. If there's one thing I know about Chop Robinson, I don't know much, it's that he's pretty freaking fast at the outside linebacker position, and apparently EA feels the same way, giving him 90 speed. He's one of the top tier speed-wise players when it comes to the outside linebacker position. He is listed as a left outside linebacker on his regs card. Again, no idea how that's going to translate over to MUT, but I do think it will be fairly similar. He's going to be an outside linebacker. He's 6'3", 254 pounds, so he has a really good player build, as well as some decent coverages. Actually, never mind, I cannot read. 47, 49, but look at these edge rushing stats. You're really picking up this card, though, for the speed. Will be a solid QB contain. Keep those Lamar Jacksons in check day one. Another rookie for the last outside linebacker we're going to talk about today, but that is Dallas Turner, the newest Minnesota Viking. I mean, again, 90 speed, 93 excel, 76 strength, 94 jumping. Definitely an interesting thing there. Like I said earlier, for all the linebackers, don't know how linebackers are going to animate, but if they can, animate like they do in CFB, 94 jumping will be very freaking good. And again, very similar to the rest of the cards we've looked at. They're not going to be pass coverage linebackers. You guys can see there, he's a speed rusher. So all the speed rushing stats, I mean, they look good. Let's talk about some defensive linemen. And I got two players that I think could potentially be very, very good budget options. First up, Lucas Van Ness for the Green Bay Packers. I swear he was listed as like a left outside linebacker last year. Now he's coming in at the left end position, but he is 6'5", 272 pounds, power rushing defense end with 86 speed, 91 excel. He has the perfect player build for that defensive line with really good speed on his 74 overall card. I really think this guy could be an absolute stud off the defensive line. I'm only having two players for D-line in general because your D-line doesn't really matter the first few weeks of MUT. Obviously, it matters, but you don't have abilities. And again, Madden historically has been an ability-based game. Obviously, predicting it's going to be an ability-based game-ish, and having no edge rushing abilities, it really sets back your D-line early on. Then again, in college football Ultimate Team, which yes, I'm referencing a lot in this video, but defensive linemen, they absolutely shred it. Now, next up, I got Nolan Smith. If I can ever type, that would be absolutely dope. Here's Nolan Smith. I think this card is going to be something special. Now, I got a right end for you guys here. He's 6'2", 200 and basically 40 pounds, but he's coming in at 92 speed, 94 excel. I mean, come on. This dude is going to be an absolute monster in regs. Eagles, obviously a really good team, but Nolan Smith also was definitely listed as an outside linebacker last year. Definitely his rookie premiere. Know that for a fact. Now he's a right end, 92 speed. Cannot ask for much more. All right, so moving us on over to the secondary. And first up, I got Daxton Hill, another second-year player, I believe, for the Cincinnati Bengals. A free safety, 6 foot, 191 pounds, 93 speed, 94 excel. Coverages are all right, 71 man, 67 zone. He's got 78 hit power, which is really good. Kind of shitty tackling. Obviously, you're not rushing this guy, but you're really picking him up for that 93 speed. He is going to be an absolute speed demon. And if I remember correctly, his rookie premiere last year for the first 2 weeks was an absolute strap. So Daxton Hill is definitely going to be good. So next up, I got Nick Cross. And historically, when I think about user safeties, I kind of do think about Nick Cross when it comes to budget beast. Now, 92 speed, 96 excel. This guy, he is fast, but what he can't do is play man coverage. Got decent zone at 74, but you're really going to pick up Nick Cross cards to be your user. Now, we don't know what his speed is going to look like in MUT. Obviously, we don't have the MUT database, but I do they kind of keep things similar. Fast players in Madden 24 should be pretty fast in Madden 25, and well, that is exactly what Nick Cross does. Now, the last safety I got before we move on over to the defensive backs is Jeremy Chin, 92 speed, 92 excel, but he's 6'3", 220 pounds. He's a big body safety. Now, his coverages also are better than what we've seen so far, but he also is a 78 overall. I do think he's going to be the most expensive card just because he is probably the best safety we've talked about, but I do think he's going to be really good and will still be considered a budget beast. So moving on over to the defensive backs, which is our last position group. First up, Nate Wiggins, 96 speed, 95 excel. 75 overall, he is a rookie. Also 6'2", 173 pounds. He's tall, lengthy, and he's got decent coverages on his reg card. Obviously, 75 overall. They got to tank him down somewhere when you have 96 speed, 95 excel. Nate Wiggins could definitely be a potential budget beast stud in your slot. And the last potential budget beast I'm going to talk about today is Caleb Farley. Now, he's just always a super fast corner. Last year, he got a headliners card, was really freaking good. I believe it was an 82 overall. People used that headliners Caleb Farley for a minute. And I mean, it makes sense. He's a 6'2", historically fast DB. Now, again, I don't know what his first card is going to look like. And that's honestly what the whole point of this video is. It's just players that if you see their names come out in promos, as golds, as whatever, and they're going for the low, or you can pick them up for free, I would recommend doing it because odds are their card is going to be pretty solid. Fellas, that is everything I got for you boys today. Hope you guys enjoyed, just quick little fun videos. It's one of the last Saturdays before we actually have Madden 25 in our hands, and I'm freaking excited. So have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you boys tomorrow on Sunday with another banger. But until then, peace.